Flipkart? Anyone? Any guesses? Anyone?
Sir, it is a e-commerce company established
Yes.
on 2007
Yes.
by Sanjay Bansal.
Only Sanjay Bansal.
No, sir, other name I don't remember now.
So you are on few days. You face a PO round. You know
Hello, sir.
know about. Yes. May I proceed?
Yeah, yeah. Hello, sir. Flipkart is the number one e-commerce company in India, and it is established in 2007. It is there are two means chairmen. They are Bini Bansal and one is Sachin Bansal.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Any other information about Flipkart? Satyanarayana Samal. Have you know about Flipkart? Okay. So without wasting time, we'll focus on some few information about but 30 minutes, na? Few information about Flipkart. I'll show some slides. As you know, the Flipkart is an electronics companies or e-commerce companies among India's largest online retail with reportedly sale of US dollar 12.5 millions. So initially they started selling books, but has diversified towards generic e-commerce website selling the CDs, DVDs, mobile phone, and electronics. And if you go to point number 3, the mission of this organization is to provide a memorable online shopping experience to the customer so that they come back again and use innovative service. So in case of innovative service, the Flipkart made few strategies. The first strategy is 30 days replacement, cash on delivery, free shipping, EMI options mainly for electronics and on-time deliveries. So these are the strategy made by Flipkart. Then moving to the founder point of view or information about the founder, these are the two peoples. The first one is Bini Bansal. The second one is Sachin Bansal. Just a minute, I just enlarge this slides. So in the year 2007, they started the company. They are the alumni of IIT Delhi. And as you know, these are the two batchmates. And they started their work in Amazon and registered this company in case of Singapore, owned by the Singapore-based holding company. And they are headquartered at Bangalore, Karnataka. So they started the company from 4 lakhs to 16,000, and they started with books to electronics goods, then stationery supplies, lifestyle product, and many more products are included. Then moving to the next part, if you see the company structure of Flipkart, I'll show in next slide. So this is the company structure of Flipkart. They have three main divisions. First one is product and technology. The second one is business development. The third one is operations. So you are appear for operation division only. So in case of product and technology, they have website management. Basically, the website is enabled with artificial intelligence. That AI stand for artificial intelligence, and they are using ERP, entrepreneur resource planning. But in case of division of business development, they have vendor management, sales management, and pricing strategies. So as you know, some vendors and suppliers from South India, they file more number of cases against Amazon, again in case of Flipkart also. So due to this pricing strategy. The next part you are going to face in case of your campus drive, specially reference to operation division. The operation division, we have the procurement department, warehouse department, logistic department, and the last one is customer support. So as you see, in case of that PDF or that attachment is given, in case of please Flipkart placement, they have mentioned so many responsibility that responsibility directly include in case of procurement, warehouse, logistic, and customer support. We will discuss on that particular part. I will provide some valuable idea how they conduct the warehouse, the logistic operations or logistic activities or customer supports. Moving to the next part. So this is the shareholding patterns of Flipkart. As you know, most of the news are came In case of that, Walmart has occupied or take the equation in case of Flipkart. But the thing is, the real picture of this shareholding pattern, if you see, Walmart have 82.3%, the Tiger Global has 4.72%, and the owner Binny Bansal or founder Binny Bansal have 3.15%. The next is QIA, that is Qatar Investment Authority, that is the government authority of your UAE. They have occupied around 1.45. Then ASL occupied 1.28%, and other has 0.48%. Microsoft has 1.41%, and the last one is the Tencent has occupied 5.21%. Moving to the next part. So these are the companies who are under the flagship of Flipkart, starting from eBay. The next one is Jabang, the PhonePe, Myntra, then FXMart. Clear? The next part is that how those companies generate a huge amount of profit or huge amount of revenue through suppliers. So these are the supply networks. If you see, in case of Flipkart, has a new network of 500 plus distributors and only stock frequent order items. The item with low demand elasticity, fast selling item which have a long shelf life are maintained in inventories, where in case of item with low and unpredictable demand are procured once the customer placed the orders. So as I told, most of the Flipkart supply network, if the item has low demand elasticity, they are directly go for maintain this particular item as a inventory. But in case of unpredictable demand from any type of customers, if the customer provide the demand, then after they go for procure or purchase activities. Moving to the next part, so here how the distributor, logistic, pricing, and business process organization are generating or they are adding value to Flipkart account. In case of distributors, the Flipkart distribution getting designed in a such a way that the Flipkart can become official distributor of several company product future in case of Motorola or Google. In case of your logistics, they are also the official, or you can say that is the Flipkart logistics is getting designed in a such a way that other e-commerce website can also outsource delivery to Flipkart. The next part, in case of pricing strategy, Flipkart pricing getting designed in such a way that the other e-commerce website outsource delivery for several products through Flipkart. The examples are Motorola, Google, and Casio. Then in case of business process organizations, the Flipkart BPO getting designed in a such a way that the other e-commerce website can outsource delivery of several products through Flipkart. So this create a open loop for value-added service as far as concerned with Flipkart point of view for other outsourced companies. The next part is that these are also adding extra source of income for Flipkart. So Flipkart is not generating by delivering, they also go for distributions, logistics, pricing, and BPOs also. Moving to the next part, the simple form of Flipkart supply chain. Whenever you place a order, try to understand this is very much simple flow diagram of how order should be placed and how the customer will be receive the order. Initially, the customer placed the order, then goes to order receipt desk. From order receipt desk, they check the inventory. If the inventory is present in the warehouse, they directly go for packaging and warehouse. And after packaging, they directly go for shipping. And finally, the order received by the customers. But if it is not available in the warehouse, it directly goes to connect with more number of suppliers. You know, the Flipkart is connected with more number of supplier and vendor. If it is not found in the warehouse, it directly goes to number of vendor and suppliers. From the supplier is responsible to provide the items or the product. If the item is received by the warehouse authorities, then after they proceed for shipping, and finally it should be reached up to the customers. So this is the whole simple schematic view of your supply chain activities in case of Flipkart. Moving to the next part. The next important part is your warehouse. So as you know, the Flipkart has a major warehouse spread across metro cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, and even in the cities of Pune, Bangalore, and Noida also. They have some small regional distribution center over 500 locations. Initially, the company has tied up with more than 15 Korean companies, for example, like Blue Dart, then Fast Flight Couriers, and Express Couriers. Then even you can say that is Kapuru, Kapuru and Sons, that is Package and Movers also. They are basically deliver their particular product, and also they are using Indian Post for area where courier do not reach. But due to reduce the cost of courier, or in case of reduce the cost of transportations, they are implementing their own logistic company that is known as e-cart logistics. So basically, in case of warehouse management, they are focused on three major area or three major steps. Sorry. In case of three major steps, the steps are known as inward processing, storage management, and the last one is outward processing. So how these activities are concerned in case of Flipkart warehouse, which is known as facility center, mother hub, distribution center. I will show the particular slide. I think it is not clearly visible. I just zoom this one. So in case of your inward processing, the first step of Flipkart warehouse management, whenever the product is reached near the warehouse or near the facility center, the physical inward is takes place. That means the quality checks and the scanning should be done. After that, the pre-packaging product directly goes to the next one, that is known as store management. So as you know, in case of Flipkart, is divided the product into two types. The first one is Flipkart assured product and another is Flipkart unassured product. So in case of Flipkart unassured product, as you know, most of the supplier and vendors are tie up with Flipkart companies. In that way, for maintaining qualities, especially reference to customer deliveries, especially reference to customer, potential customer or customer enlightenment, in that case, they directly go for quality check, scan, and after that, they go for packing of this particular product. And after that, it will directly send to store management. So where in case of step number 2, store management directly make a particular list that is known as put list generation. In that particular list, they are note down all the specification details and the number of product and the quality of product, all the things should be noted. If it is yes, it directly goes to the next part that is known as outward processing. If it is no, then it is directly go to physical placement of shelves and updating the final placement on the shelf and closing the put list. So this is the activities starting from put list generation, order pendings. If yes, it is directly goes to outward. If no, it is go for the shelf and closing the put list. But in case of outward processing, when the order pending is yes, it directly go for final packagings. That means they are providing their bubble packings, the cartoon packings, and the wrappers. All the things should be put on that particular package, and it should be ready for delivery. And the next step is the placement of product in the respective delivery hub bags by the number of carrier and containers that should be reached up to number of distribution hub or delivery hub. So this is the whole pattern of warehouse management. In most of the cases, the designation of this warehouse management authority is known as that is facility management or manager for facilities and infra. So in this particular things, they have the responsibility to coordinate all the activities like inward processing, store management, and outward processing by the help of warehouse management software. Moving to the next part. So this is the forward supply chain and reverse supply chain of your Flipkart. So as you know, the Flipkart is tie up with more number of manufacturers. After purchase order received from Flipkart side, the manufacturer is directly delivered product to different warehouse of Flipkart. So if you see in the first step, more number of manufacturers, but that is known as manufacturer 1, 2, 3 directly connected with the warehouse and delivery center of Flipkart. And in that way, it directly goes to delivery centers. Then delivery center to throw different courier service. For example, they are implementing their own delivery service or by the help of other or courier services are there. And finally, it should be reached to customers. But the thing is that in between the warehouse and delivery center, a Flipkart customer desk is always there to support by the help of IT, that is known as information technology, They can track, they can monitor all the activities of product flow starting from the warehouse to customer. But in case of website, customer directly connect with the Flipkart customer decks. After confirmations, the warehouse release the particular product to the different delivery center, and from the delivery center to by Flipkart e-cart logistics, it should be reached to the customer point of view. And if you think about the reverse supply chain point of view, if you find any complaint regarding your product, the complaint, or you first you make a particular complaint, then complaint goes to the agent of Flipkart or courier service, and after that it should be returned to the return process cell, and return process cell to warehouse. And whenever the product is reached at the place of return process cell, the refund money directly goes to your customer account. That is the concept of reverse supply chain in case of your Flipkart point of view. Moving to the next part. So here the most important things, as you know, that this is the post, that is senior executive or in charge 2. This is middle level positions, and the employment is full time, and the location is Haringhat. And the key responsibility are include, that is the take responsibility for ensure seamless operation at designated facilities. It is known as FCMH. That FCMH stands for Facility Center Mother Hub. So as you know, in case of state of Odisha, the Flipkart has already started the mother hub in case of Salehpur, and that Salehpur is cover around 200 kilometers, including your twin city like Cuttack and Bhubaneswar. The next part, the next responsibility is manage expectation for the team, measure performance, provide feedback, and monitor the performance of teams. So whenever you initiated your job in this particular platform, under your authorities, there may be 10 to 12 number of executives or delivery executives are there. So it is your duty on day-to-day basis. On day-to-day basis, you have to monitor their performance, tracking their time of deliveries, and also collect different feedback related to different type of product. The next part is work closely with planning, finance, HRBP. That HRBP stands for Human Resource Business Process. The next is FST, that is known as, that is the foundation course for science and technology. It is directly belong to your SIP project. It is initiated by Flipkart only. They will provide 45 days training to the MBA graduate as well as BBA graduate, and these graduates are utilized during the festivity season. The next one is F&I. That F&I stand for facility and infrastructure to ensure facility requirement are met. The next one is ensure key metrics are maintained within the target sustainability. As you know, in case of Walmart, or in case of Amazon, or in case of Flipkart, the most important aspect is that you have to go for more amount of sustainability. So if you sustain in the market, you can easily success in the market. That is the concept of key metrics, especially reference to business organization. The next part is ensure safety and Kaizen culture in warehouse. We will discuss one by one. The next one is develop and report of key performance indicators, executive updates, and perform of root cause analysis. The next is manage productivity with best of human relation, climate, aiming for higher productivity standard. Lies with respective zonal operation team on smooth rollout of new initiatives towards quality improvement. The next responsibility is innovate to improve speed, quality, cost using lean methodology. And the last one is coordinate with various stakeholders and support function, and identify and implement action towards achievement of cost, speed, reliability, target, train, and develop team. So these are the key responsibility whenever you involve as a designation of senior executive or in charge 2. Next one is your key competency. That means good understanding of warehouse, logistic business, including applicable laws, rule, and regulations. The next is knowledge of handling of e-commerce warehouse, experience of managing large teams, then ability to influence other leaders, team, and align them towards the common and shared objectives. The next one is excellent people management skill and extremely strong analytical and quantitative skills. So these are the key competency. Then moving to the next part, as you know, all of you aware about this package. The last year it was 4.6, and this year this is 5.3. Clear? And basically they are providing fund and gratuities, as well as in case of your insurance, especially reference to health and safety. Moving to the next part, we are discussing the key responsibility. So here the responsibility for ensuring seamless operations. So as you know, this operation is the backbone of any organizations, especially reference to Flipkart, they are directly focused on facilities. So as you know, in case of fulfillment center, Mother Hub, they have started this kind of seamless operations. So if you think about the seamless operation point of view, it means planning and monitoring your operation to meet growth and implementing process for efficiency and constantly working to improve. So this will reduce the conversation issues like pay methods, page inefficiency. These are directly referred to their websites also. Then moving to the next type, the next one is management expectations for team, measure performance and provide feedback and monitoring performance of team. So basically watch employees work. Whenever you involve in this particular organizations, under your authority, there may be some 10 to 12 number of subordinates are there. So it is your duty, so you have to keep conversation with them, watch their work, how they implement the deliveries, how they conduct more number of, or how they increase the efficiency of delivery, how to minimize the cost. That is the most important point. The next is help employees use self monitoring tools and review work in progress on a regular basis. So it is your duty. You must go for review of work in progress on a regular basis, whether it should be a warehouse or sub warehouse, or you can say it is a distribution center from Flipkart side. Then moving to the next part, the next one is work closely with planning, finance, HRBP, FST, F&I to ensure facility requirement are met. So here the HRBP stand for Human Resource Business Partner, and a HRBP is a experienced human resource personnel who work directly with organization senior leadership to develop and direct HR agenda that closely support organization goals. I repeat, the HRBP is experienced human resource personnel who work directly with the organization senior leadership to develop and direct HR agenda that closely support organization goals. The next part is that FST, that is Flipkart 6 Student Training. As I told in that, that is the short form is also that is called as the Foundation for Science and Technology Training. Initially, it is the only one company who provide official 45 days long internship program. Launchpad is aimed at helping them to gain critical skill in case of supply chain management. So being a management student, if you involve, they will enhance your skill in case of supply chain management. And this workforce is basically used during the peaks of demand. For example, in case of festivity, for example, in case of Diwali festivities or any kind of big billion sales or big, you can say it is any kind of sales or strategy is implemented in, especially reference to Flipkart. Then moving to next one, that is F&I, that is facility and infra. Just a minute. So in case of facility and infra, these are the key responsibilities. These responsibilities are include responsible for complete facility. For example, you are assigned in a location that is Kolkata or Delhi. In that case, you are completely responsible for that particular facilities. The next is responsible for implementation of EHS system, that is environment, health and safety, security procedure systems. The next is responsibility or responsible for budget planning. The next one is for space management in the warehouse or facilities. Then budget and approval for admin expenses. Then coordination of liaison with government agency like shopping malls or shop or estates or your urban development agency or panchayat also. The next is responsible for employee awareness and communications. The next is daily monitoring of performance of all utility and management of or manage all utilities. And other responsibility are, moving to the next slide. This is the next part is that is known as preventive maintenance activities for mechanical, UPS, set of safety equipments, then HVAC, that is heat, ventilator and air condition, and all kind of utilities, especially reference to electrical. The next one is vendor management and bill processing, transportation, logistics, then transportation and parking service, coordination with FM vendors and other contractor, then general administration and bill payment, coordinating with statutory bodies, coordination with low level and top level of management, The next one is contract on vendor performance evaluations, quality check of infra work, maintaining the rent tracker for rent and maintenance payment, and the last one is tracking and maintaining the renewal of agreements. So these are the key responsibility under facilities and infra, especially. Moving to the next part, the next key responsibility is key metrics are maintained within the target sustainability. So as you know, in case of for target the sustainability, in that case you have to consider about high profitabilities. The next one is involvement of new technology, then increase in case of competitions. The next one is investment. The next one is business portfolio. So these are the key metrics or the key parameters basically include in case of key metrics, specially reference to your target sustainability, specially reference to Flipkart. Then moving to the next part. The next part is ensure safety and Kaizen culture in warehouse. So as you know, in case of safety, especially reference to warehouse, make safety is a priority in everything you do while working in the warehouse. That means you wear appropriate PPP such as gloves, safety shoes, eye protection, hard hats, and keep alert to hazard and correct or report them when you see this type of activity. So especially in case of warehouse management, they are directly adopt the concept of ISO 18000. In case of ISO 18000, it is known as Occupational Health and Safety Assessment Series, specially reference to the work culture of Flipkart. The next part is Kaizen culture. As you know, Kaizen is a Japanese word which means change for the better or continuous improvement. In case of Japanese philosophy regarding the process that continuously improve operations and involve all employees. The Kaizen sees improvement in case of productivity as the gradual and methodical process. So this type of technique they are also used. But apart from the Kaizen culture or safety standard, they are also adopt some Japanese quality control tools. For example, in case of Kanban card, single Kanban card, e-Kanban card, these are especially, even if they are using your process flow chart, especially reference to warehouse and logistic activities. Moving to the next part, the next key responsibility is known as key performance indicators. So this is a quantifiable measures used to evaluate the success of organizations, in case of employees also, in meeting objective for performance. The next is the most important thing that is known as performa root cause analysis. So this method is basically used for problem solving or to identify the root causes or fault or any kind of problem. It is widely used in case of IT operations, telecommunication, and industrial process controls. So basically, in case of your root cause analysis, four steps are basically included. The first step is identify and describe the problem clearly. The next is establish a timeline for normal situation up to the time of problem occurred. The next one is distinguish between the root cause and the other cause factors. And the next one is establish causal graph between the root cause and the problem. So these are basic steps to analyze any kind of problem is occur, especially reference to operation for solving those type of error or fault from the systems. The next part is that, so this is the next important part as far as concerned with improve the quality, then speed and cost by using lean methodology. So in case of principle of lean methodology are based on eliminating all form of waste. To increase customer perceived values and with everything, it basically do. These are basically include 5 keys in case of lean principle. The first one is value. The next one is value stream. The third one is flow. The fourth one is pull. And the last one is perfections. In addition, the management must support and encourage lean mindset throughout the organization at all levels. And lean means doing more with less while doing it better. That is the concept of lean methodology. You see the 2 basic parameter of lean are basically include the continuous improvement, and the next one is respect for people. So this is the whole scenario of your lean methodology, which is basically adopted by your Flipkart. And the next important thing is the coordination with various stakeholders and support function and identify and implement action towards achievement of cost, speed, reliability target trend and develop teams. So as you know, in case of Flipkart, they are tie up with infinite number of supplier and vendors. So So that is why you must coordinate with this various type of stakeholder as well as the support function, especially reference to reliability or specially reference to achievement of cost, speed, and encourage your teams. So that's all from my side. This is the famous tagline of our who is Pogi Puri. Any question from your side? You can ask anyone. Just a minute. Yes, any questions?
So, can you explain lean method again? Means what is the basic? Means what the lean method want to tell?
Okay,
Basic.
you just remember the bottom two lines. Okay, there is no need to remember all the things.
Okay, sir.
Lean method has two parameters. One is continuous improvement, another is respect for people. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Do not go for the wide all the things because if you go for all the things, they will confuse your mind during the PI round. Clear? Just remember those 2 points, that is continuous improvement and respect for people. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other questions from your side?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, my question is, what would be the interview question like? Is it related to operation or logistic?
Okay, we'll discuss
Will
that
we
part
get?
on next day after tomorrow. We'll discuss that part. Clear? From college
Okay,
side,
sir.
we will arrange a mock round, specially related to your Flipkart. Clear? So
Okay,
there
sir.
is
Okay,
a
sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
expert panel is there, and with the help of expert panel, we can access more amount of questions. We have already arranged expert from outside, and he will continuously provide questions related to Flipkart, even if in case of supply chain management, or even if in case of your logistic management. Yes. Any other question? Aditya Raj, any question? Chinmay Karo, Devashish Das, Robina Das.
Sir, I have a doubt here. What is the difference between Kaizen and lean methodology?
Difference between Kaizen and Lean methodology. So, as I told, these two are very much Kaizen and Lean methodology. Kaizen is it is implemented for continuous improvement. There.
Yes,
So as
sir.
you see, the concept of Kaizen culture and Lean methodology culture, these are very much equivalent. Clear. But here
Okay.
the basic difference is that in case of your Lean methodology, it all resources of organization. That means reduce the cost, reduce the percentage of waste. Lean is
Okay, sir.
basically implement for waste reduction. Okay, Aditya, we will discuss on that particular part in the next sessions. I will arrange the class for day after tomorrow regarding the type of questions they have asked, and I have already collected these questions from the previous data. That part I will access in the next class. Clear? So basically, they ask 4 to 6 number of questions. First question is introduce yourself. The next question is what you know about Flipkart? What thing attract to join our organizations? And some situational questions related to logistics. So these are the common questions they have asked. But the thing is that you must know about the basic of supply chain management as well as the basic of logistics and some part of inventory management also. Yes, Siddhant Vera, any doubts? Rakesh Pati.
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay, though. So here I end this particular session. Day after tomorrow, I will arrange in the same time. Through your mail, I will send the link to attend this particular session. And the next class, the previous year questions, previous year's GD topics, as well as some recent advances in case of supply chain management, as well as in case of logistics, we will discuss on the next sessions. So that's all from my side. Thank you all, and best
Thank
of
you, sir.
luck
Thanks, sir.
Thank you, sir.
for this
Thank you,
yesterday.
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Actually, I have faced huge amount
Thank
of
you, sir.
network issue.
Sir, stop